Hi. Well, laminate flooring has grown significantly in popularity, probably because it's become easier to install and maintain than hardwood flooring. It requires less skill to install, making it a great DIY project. It also costs less and is reasonably durable, especially if you have children or pets in the home. Hi, and welcome to another DIY vlog. I'm Robin Hartl. Laminate floors are reasonably easy for a DIY homeowner to install. When ordering your flooring, order 10% more than the square feet of the area of the room, since you'll waste a little bit more when cutting pieces. Now, laminate flooring, such as this, is packaged in a number of tongue and groove planks. Let me show you how it works. It clicks together. Let's see, here's the tongue and here's the groove, and they kind of go together in a 45, and it just kind of clicks together just like that. Now, sometimes a glue backing is provided for ease of installation. This particular flooring has a padding on the back of it, which is really nice, because I installed this in a lower level on top of concrete, so it gives me a little extra cushion on top of that concrete. Now, prior to installation, the flooring needs to lie flat on the floor in the area where it's going to be installed and outside of its packaging for at least 48 hours prior to installation to make sure that the flooring is acclimated to the humidity of the space. Because if you don't do that, it may expand or contract after the installation, creating buckling or gaps in the flooring. You certainly don't want that. Also, make sure that your subfloor is free of any dirt and debris. Installed laminate floors typically float over the subfloor on top of a foam or film underlayment, which provides moisture and sound reducing properties. Now, in my case, I was putting the flooring down on top of concrete here in my lower level, so I was concerned with moisture. My flooring required a 0.008 inch thick polyethylene plastic under the flooring for a moisture barrier. The edges of the plastic need to be overlapped by 8 inches and sealed with a wide adhesive tape. The plastic also needs to run up the walls by 2 inches to prevent moisture from penetrating the edges of the flooring. 3, 2, 1. And normally, in rooms like this, with walls that run long, you would run the flooring planks in the direction of the long walls. But I wanted to take away the long hallway effect down here in the lower level and make the area up here a little bit wider. So I ran the flooring across instead. And with the sunlight coming in, I get a little bit more effect of the room being a bit wider. I still ended up with 2 extra cartons of flooring in the end. Make sure you refer to the installation instructions for your particular flooring. Generally, laminate flooring planks would start with the groove side, this side, facing toward the wall. But with this particular product, it requires that the groove side start facing.
I started in one corner of the room and worked left to right. I used spacers between the first plank and the wall every 12 inches along the wall and at the end of each plank against adjoining walls, since I need a gap of 5/16 of an inch for expansion around the perimeter of the floor. Baseboards can be removed and then reinstalled after laying the floor for a neater finish, or you can install quarter round to the baseboards to cover the gap after installation, which is what I opted to do. I even went with the pre-finished stuff. You will want to wear knee pads, ones that won't scratch the floor. Have a rubber mallet for tapping the pieces together. For each plank, match tongue to groove and tap it into place using a scrap piece of flooring to protect the planks and the rubber mallet. Make sure the pieces fit snugly together and that there are no gaps along the lengths of the planks. While installing subsequent rows, stagger the joints of the flooring. When starting a new row, offset it 6 to 8 inches so the joints at the ends of planks are not lined up row to row, which can weaken the floor and create a too uniform look. The last plank will need to be trimmed to fit. To mark the plank to the correct width, place a plank directly over the next to last plank and place another on top of that and slide the top plank until it sits evenly against spacers against the wall. Draw a line along the plank below the top plank, along the edge of the top plank. This will mark the width of the gap between the next to the last plank and the wall. Rip cut the plank along this line and install. Once the flooring is installed, remove the spacers and install trim to cover the expansion gap. Now I'm going to show you what this space looked like before the new flooring was installed.